We got the wiring squared away, got the accelerator cable switched out. You can see it's a shorter one right here. Got the distributor cap on, got it wired up, but we're going to take and clean these wires up a little bit and route them neatly and everything. We just got it on there and wired up for now. This is a Holley style intake, and we're going to run a quadrajet. So what you got to do, you'll have a gasket, and you'll have an adapter plate and another gasket, because the Holley has got a square bolt pattern and the quadrajet's got what they call a spread bolt pattern. So we're going to put that on there so we can put this quadrajet on there. And once we get that on there, I've got an upper radiator hose at the parts store I got to pick up. Oh, I made a mount, or I borrowed a mount off of something else, and mounted my power steering reservoir to that first exhaust bolt. It's nice and steady and firm, so I'm not worried about that. The alternator we had is bad, so we're going to have to get one of those. A fitting for this heater hose here, right there. Take this plug out and put a fitting in there, and getting really close. So we'll put this intake adapter on there, and it'll probably be about time to call it. I got to go to work here in a little bit. I'm working second shift this week, so I'll have to go in, pick my hose up and go in, and then work on it some more tomorrow. So that's where we're at right now, and I'll show you more as we go. Alright, so the way this adapter works is you stick the bolts for the carburetor up through the bottom. There's little octagonals like that, or six-sided things like that, to hold the end of the bolt. And then you go in through the top side with an Allen, and you secure it down. And then you bolt the carburetor on top, and you put a nut on it. So it's real simple the way it works. And this way you can use a square bolt pattern intake for a quadrajet carburetor, and it works out fine. So that's all there is to it. Really simple. So let's get finished up here and we'll show you more. Alright, so it's all tightened down now, and we'll put the gasket on. Just like that. And the carburetor goes on and nuts goes on top of it. So hang on. And there you go. That's what you got right there. Now I need to plug a vacuum port on the back of the carburetor right here where the power brake booster would have went, because I've got Hydro Boost on this. And hook a couple of vacuum lines up, and we'll be good to go. Still got to work out my accelerator cable linkage. I thought I had a bracket that would work, but it's not clearing when I try to put it on here, so it comes apart. So I guess we'll take this part right here, which is what we need, and build a bracket to make it work, because we're way higher high-rise intake, and then that spacer puts it way higher than a factory carburetor would have been, so the factory brackets won't work. And we'll bolt it right there, and we'll be good to go. So still got to drain the diesel fuel, got to get an alternator, and we're going to work on these plug wires, but we're real close. It's turning out really nice, and it won't be long, just a couple more little parts, and we'll be ready to go. So y'all hang tight, and we'll have it together before you know it, I hope. Just like I said, we're waiting on parts now, so once we get them, it'll be pretty much squared away. I'm going to show y'all a cool trick of using some zip ties to make some wire separators for your plug wires, where you can route them up really nice. And like I said, I'm going to clean them up, clean the plug wires up, because they're dirty from sitting in storage or whatever. And we'll get her going. We'll show you. It's almost there, guys. So we'll be doing a first start before you know it, and it's gonna be cool. So like I said, a couple parts, always a couple parts, but we'll get them and we'll get it together, and get some smoke going here. Make some noise. Y'all hang on. Looks like it was born there, don't it? It won't be long and it will look just like it's supposed to be here. So. Alright, so just so y'all know, this is a factory quarter jet intake here. If you want to bolt a Holley onto this intake, you can use the same adapter, but you flip it over the other way and it adapts the quarter jet pattern to a Holley pattern, and you can bolt it up. So it works both ways. Just flip the plate over, make sure you get your gaskets right, and you'll use the quarter jet gaskets first. But you gotta put it on right. Put your quarter jet gasket on there first. Then your adapter with the quarter jet side down. Then your Holley gasket. and then your Holley carburetor. So that's how you do that. And some intakes got both patterns on them, but sometimes you'll need a metal plate to catch. Even though it's got both patterns bolted on it, you'll need a metal plate so your gasket is not hanging out in some places. So you just have to check and see. It just depends on the intake and what kind of gasket and what kind of carburetor you're running. But just because you got the wrong kind of intake for the carburetor, it's not the end of the world. You can still use this adapter and adapt the spread bore to the Holley, or the Holley to the spread bore. So it's not hard, and it's for sure not impossible. It's really easy. So just keep that in mind, that it works both ways. So it's a little tip there. So now stay tuned for more.